And welcome back to my first episode of Neverwinter Nights. We had just created a character if you watched my last episode, and now we are going to begin the game. We have been asked by Lady Albrecht herself, who I believe, if I recall correctly, is one of the Neverwinter 8 or 9 or whatever, but a group of important people that kind of run Neverwinter. They asked me there themselves, so I'm actually going to go ahead and empty everything off here first and foremost, because that's going to change completely. Alright, number one, let's first go ahead and up here, of course, you have your character sheet. Down below you have each of these individual things: inventory, map, character sheet, rest, and spellbook. We're of course going to pick spellbook first to memorize our spells. Alright, these are our 0th level. These are our first level spells that we are going to use are going to be Burning Hands, Summon Creature 1. I thought double clicking automatically added it, but it doesn't. I guess you gotta just click and drag. And sleep. Cantrips, get rid of these. Cantrips are pretty dookie spells, so I'm just gonna pick 3 Rays of Frost. You gotta click the button. There we go. 3 Rays of Frost, and call it a day. Let's go ahead and look through our inventory. Get our mage's robes on. Not going to use a bow. Let's go ahead and assign our spells now. I think that'll probably be a wise decision. Number 1 is going to be Burning Hands. F2. Alright, come on. Yeah, there we go. Number 2 is going to be Sleep, and 3 is going to be last but not least, Summon Monster. After Summon Monster, we are going to go ahead and put our cantrip spell, which is going to be Ray of Frost. One of the reasons to just pick one spell is just it'll free up space, and really the cantrip spells, there's not a lot going on there. I'm probably going to want to change and drop a shield in here at some point, but I think this is a good spell setup to begin the game with, to get us at least to the beginning areas. Let's go ahead and drop our scrolls down here. Quick scroll can really change the tide of a fight if you're good with it. Trying to think. Anything else I need to do before we begin this adventure? I don't believe so, so we're going to go ahead and get rolling. Let's find out why 8 Lady Arbor. Ooh, that's not good. How can I run? There we go.
Finally, you're up. I was afraid you were going to sleep all day. I guess the instructors work you pretty hard here at the academy. My name's Pavel. I'm one of the new recruits. I just arrived here at the academy this morning.
You're Mercutio Montague, aren't you? Why, yes, I am Mercutio Montague. Is it true what they say about you? Lady Albrecht herself has ordered the Academy to send you an invitation to come here for training. It is both an honor and a privilege for me to serve the Neverwinter. You can see a little bit of evil in Mercutio's voice. You're pretty modest for someone who's got such high expectations on him. It wasn't quite so easy for me to get into the Academy. I'm not sure why I went Scottish with him, but that's who's coming out from Mr. Pavel. My brother Bim and I were working on the nearby farm outside the city when we heard Lady Albrecht had put out the call for the heroes to come aid Neverwinter. We knew the city was suffering, but we didn't realize how bad things were until we got here. We arrived just before they would seal the gates and quarantine the city. Thank the gods I got accepted in the academy. I wouldn't want to be out there on the streets with the plague. Not with the city guards barely able to keep order anymore. Oh, I actually don't know much about the plague. What did you mean about the city guard barely able to keep order? I can't do accents that well. You're gonna have to bear with me, people. What about the city guards you mean to keep barely able to keep order? The Wayland death plague is worse than recorded in the entire history of Neverwinter. The whole city has been quarantined. Nobody's allowed in or out. The Neverwinter militia do their best to enforce the quarantine, but people don't like being trapped inside the walls of the plague city. Every day more bottles piling up on the streets. Citizens move step closer to panic. An open rebellion. Can't say I blame them. It's only been a few months and already dead number in thousands. Shouldn't someone be looking for a cure? Can't the clerics and priests do anything to help? Sounds like the whole city is doomed. Great story, I'll be going now. Number 4 is the speed through. Let's see. Can't the clerics and priests do anything to help? Most people have given up any hope of finding a cure for the Wailing Death. Potions and medical herbs do nothing, and even the prayers of the city's most powerful clergy have been ineffective. I guess that's why Lady Erebit ordered the academy doors to open to new recruits. The city needs a hero, someone who can save us from the Wailing Death. And can't you tell me anything about this plague? I don't know, what more can I say about the plague? Everyone in the city is afraid of the Wailing Death. The bodies are piling up on the streets. I think I already asked that one. I think we're done with him. Yes, I suppose I need to get on with your training. Probably need to go speak to Olga in the next room, get your equipment so you can make the final test and finish your training. If you want any tips on instructional adventuring, then don't forget to say hi to me brother Bim on your way out. Well, alright, so there we go. Essentially, we came to this city because Lady Erebith is assembling a group of heroes in an attempt to save it from plague. We're going to ignore Bim. I guess we're not going to ignore Bim.
Talking to my brother Pavel. My name is Bim.
You're Mercutio, right? I saw you talking to me brother Pavel. My name's Bim. If you want, I can give you a short tutorial on adventuring. I'm not interested in the tutorial right now. See it yourself. You should go through this door and speak to Algrid then. He'll be getting you set up with all the equipment you need to finish your academy training here at the academy. And that is the brothers Pavel and Bim. I think we might see them once throughout this game after we finish the tutorial.
Hello there. Come to get yourself some supplies from old Olga, have you? Good idea. Can't have you wandering along the streets naked.
I imagine Mercutio has a mustache that curls up at the ends and he twists it while he talks. Meh. Something like Dick Dastardly. The city guard have already having enough trouble maintaining control as it is. Plague bodies piled dozens deep in the gutters. The wailing death running unchecked through the districts. Horrible, horrible, I say. But you've heard all this before, I'm sure. Here, I've got some equipment for you. A wizard might find it handy in completing your training. Now, if you're ready, I'll give you a tutorial on how to access your inventory, so you can use that equipment I just gave you. I already know how to work my inventory.
Oh, this might teach you how to use the stores in the game. I have some items here you might want to purchase. Since you're part of the academy, you get a special discount rate.
Are you interested in seeing my store? I'll give you a quick tutorial on how they work too. I don't need a tutorial on how to use stores. Oh no. Okay, you must be eager to get on with your adventure. You'll find the door to the south unlocked now. As long as you're here at the academy, feel free to come back and speak to me anytime you need to purchase some more equipment. I imagine him sounding a bit like Eeyore, I guess. Really monotone. Let me see what this guy's got for sale. Let me see what you got for sale. Robo Fire Resistance, that's what, 860 gold. We're gonna sell that. As much as that would be nice. Not really something we need at this moment. We'll sell everything else as well. I just banged my knee on my desk there. You probably heard it. So all this, we need a weapon. I think a club's probably the best thing we're going to be able to use. Let's grab a club, throw that in our hand. We can bash things to death with that. Throw those arrows up there, no use in selling those. We'll sell this protection from alignments. That's a spell that's just not all that great. I mean, it's okay, it's just not anything to write home about. And we are ready to adventure onward. He said we need to go see Aldrin. Let's go, let's burn on. We don't need to see her. This is a tutorial. There are some characters that are just totally unimportant, so I will be avoiding some of those just so we can kind of get on with the game. Turban, Dendy, Gilbert, and Ferdinand. I think we need to see Ferdinand. I think this is the guy we need to talk to.
Hello there.
Hello there, you must be Mercutio Montague, the one I've heard all the instructors talking about. They're mighty impressed with you, I may say. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Mercutio. I am Ferdinand, the Academy's resident keeper of exotic creatures. I'm afraid you wouldn't make it by my little corner before you completed your training here at the Academy. So you have come here to view the menagerie. Or is something else I could do for you? Ah, the menagerie. What are you talking about? The Academy was funded with the purpose of training adventurers. So it only makes sense that you collect strange and exotic monsters, the kind adventurers might encounter during their exploration. We allow our students to study the creatures and their habitats up close, so they may better be prepared when they encounter such beasts in the wild. Ah, so you imprison these creatures to experiment on them? Hey, we are not savages. The animals are here for us to observe, not butcher. Every month, the Yusam, the local druid, comes to inspect the creatures to make sure they are treated all right. And I'm always watching for signs of injury or illness. Every one of my animals is well fed and properly cared for. I look after my charges. I am like their father. Cool. Goodbye then. You're always welcome back to view the menagerie anytime you'd like. I always enjoy it when people take an interest in my little beastie. He's a creepy little guy. I think Herman's actually the guy we need to talk to.
Time you showed up, recruit. My name is Herman. As far as your worthless hide is concerned, you can just call me sir.
Yeah, it's my job to teach you recruits how to. It's my job to teach you. It's my job to teach you raw recruits some tips on combat techniques so you maggots don't get gutted out there in the real world. Well, recruit, don't you just stand there? Are you ready to begin your combat training, or aren't you? Ah, I already know everything I need to know about combat. Is that so, recruit? For your sake, for the sake of your worthless hide, I hope that's true. I cannot read right now. I don't know what's going on. But I'm going to give you one last chance to change your mind and listen to my tutorial on basic techniques. Ah, sir. I wish to hear your combat tutorial, sir. Not interested. You aren't really the fighter type, so you aren't required to participate in combat drills. They are open to anyone, however. And if you pass the combat test, you will complete your base training. But I recommend you go study under your specialized trainer instead. Ah, I think I'll pass. I figured as much. You're no warrior. Go test your skills on the other test academy. You're dismissed, recruit. And I am... Sorry, be right back. And I am back. Sorry about that, guys. I had to go check on the kitten. He's doing A-okay. And I think this is where we go and complete our tutorial, just to kind of see where everything is and everything, what they're doing.
Resident Master of the Arcade. It's more a ceremonial title than anything else. I'm really just your run-of-the-mill wizard.
Ah, no doubt you've come here to complete your training. Well, you've come to the right place. Nobody knows more at this institution of teaching your apprentices magic than me. Consider this a final tutorial on casting spells before you face the Mage's Challenge. Are you ready to begin? Ah, I don't need time. I'm ready for the Mage's Challenge now. Really? Well, if you're ready to begin, then I guess we can begin. The test is a simple one, Mercutio. See that statue in the corner of the room? All you have to do is destroy it using the spell and the challenges will be complete. To help you in this task, there are 2 scrolls in the chest against the north wall. You can scribe these scrolls into your spell book, and right-click on the scrolls to select them and use the icon from the menu to cast a spell right from the scroll. Come speak to me when you have finished the test. I will be waiting here. We're just going to go ahead and do this. I don't really need a scroll. I don't really feel like resting right now, because I want to finish this. Your training is done, Mercutio. But before you go, please accept this gift as reward for completing your training. Now, is there anything else I can do for you? Goodbye. Good luck to you, Mercutio. I don't know what the future holds, but I sense you are destined for great things. Well, thank you, Jeru. Alright, well everybody, this is about the end of the really small tutorial. The main tutorial starts here in the next chapter. But this is where we are going to go ahead and finish off. We are going to go ahead and save in an empty slot. This will be number 2. I guess actually technically number 1. I'll go ahead and sort the number issue out because the last episode was technically 0. But regardless, that's neither here nor there. I shall see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am Old Blue Eyes, your host, and I will see you on the next one. Over and out.